On our trip, we went through 5 national park areas. This video will take us through 2 of those. The first is Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Visitors get their first real glimpse of the Badlands from the overlook at the Painted Canyon Visitor Center on Interstate 94, east of Medora. The canyon stretches as far as the eye can see into the rugged North Dakota Badlands. The flat desert landscape broken by petrified wood and rock formations. This is your starting point, the Theodore Roosevelt National Park. This is the north unit of Theodore Roosevelt National Park. It is about 30 miles north of the south unit. The 14-mile Theodore Roosevelt North Unit Scenic Byway provides visitors with a colorful look into the North Dakota Badlands. It is a scenic backdrop with its sweeping vistas and a reminder that this is one of the last remnants of wilderness in the northern Great Plains. Theodore Roosevelt National Park memorializes the 26th president for his enduring contributions to the conservation of our natural resources. Visitors are provided with a unique opportunity for wildlife viewing. In the park you will find open prairie, hardwood draws, bison, and other wildlife, and the Little Missouri River. Following Roosevelt's death in 1919, the Little Missouri Badlands were explored to determine possible park sites. Civilian Conservation Corps camps were established in both of the future park units from 1934 to 1941, and they developed roads and other structures still in use today. The area was designated Roosevelt Recreation Demonstration Area in 1935. In 1946, it was transferred to the United States Fish and Wildlife Service as the Theodore Roosevelt National Wildlife Refuge. President Truman established the Theodore Roosevelt National Memorial Park on April 25, 1947, the only national memorial park ever established. In 1978, in addition to boundary adjustments and the establishment of 29,920 acres of the Theodore Roosevelt Wilderness, the park's designation was changed to Theodore Roosevelt National Park. This is the south entrance, which is located in Medora, North Dakota. Prairie dogs are named for their habitat and warning call, which sounds similar to a dog's bark. The name was used at least as early as 1774. In the 1804 journals of the Lewis and Clark expedition, note that in September of 1804, they discovered a village of animals that the French called the prairie dog. Highly social prairie dogs live in large colonies or towns, and a collection of prairie dog families that can span hundreds of acres. The prairie dog family groups are the most basic units of its society. Members of family groups inhabit the same territory. As we turned the corner, Mrs. Tiger thought she spotted a herd of bison. Breaking out the extra long lens, I slowly zoomed up on the animals in question, only to discover that Mrs. Tiger had discovered a herd of cattle. However, not too far ahead, her wish was granted as we came face to face with bison. A major feature of the South Unit is the paved 36-mile scenic loop drive with pullouts and interpretive signs that explain some of the park's historical and natural features. Wildlife is abundant along the route that weaves through much of the South Unit. These were the only pronghorn that we saw during our visit, and once again it was the long lens that came to our aid. At Theodore Roosevelt's urging, the Maltese Cross Ranch cabin, now at the entrance of the South Unit, was built during the winter of 1883 to 84. The Maltese Cross cabin was originally located about 7 miles south of Medora in the wooded bottomland of the Little Missouri River. In Medora, we decided to treat ourselves and had lunch at Boots Bar and Grill. Pompey's Pillar is situated 25 miles northeast of Billings, Montana, along Interstate 94. The pillar features an abundance of Native American petroglyphs as well as the signature of William Clark, co-leader of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Clark's inscription is the only remaining physical evidence found along the route that was followed by the expedition. The inscription consists of his signature and the date, July 25, 1806. Clark wrote that he climbed the sandstone pillar and had a most extensive view in every direction on the northerly side of the river. He named the outcropping after Jean-Baptiste Chaboneau, the son of expedition member Sacagawea, who he nicknamed Pompey. The original name for Pompey's Tower was Pompey Tower. It was changed to the current title in 1814. Thank you for watching, and a subscription would be appreciated. Thank you very much.